think the mailman's screwing me today. I just got the mail from him. Said he didn't have a package for me. About 20 minutes goes by. I got an alert on my phone that the package has been delivered. Oh. Alright guys, Hallowex here, back in my basement. Tonight we're going to go over Anakin Starkiller's new FX Hero that he's done. One thing really special about this to me is he's included some parts to make it the Yuma version. And I'm not much of a Hero fan, but I am a huge Yuma nerd. So I had to jump on this, especially having FX capabilities. So we're going to do a little unboxing, and then we're going to take it over to the Workbench and try and put things together. Alright, so wow. Got some foam. Bag here with a bunch of parts in it. Oh, it looks like he's even included the little micro switches, LEDs. There's a cool little brass button in there. This is probably one of his most complex runs, the most parts. Tri-rings in there, a lot of screws, some set screws, the brass rail for the Hero. Looks like 3D printed parts in there. We're gonna open that. Oh, the Yuma lever. We're gonna have to open that up on the Workbench. Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm curious to see if this is his FX pommel. Nope, this is the emitter. I love his design for the pommel. Oh no, I guess that there. Oh no, isn't that cool? I like that because you can store it together on the shelf. That's a real genius idea. Check out the logo. That's really cool. I love this modular design. I freaking love this. That's wicked. First time I've ever seen that. Wicked design. Alright, so now, nothing else in there. The hilt is fairly light. It's probably just as light as the V2, his V2. The packaging is unbelievable. Wow. Wow. This is super, super clean. Wow. Now you see, I've wanted a Starkiller Hero, I believe since 2011 when Dan did his last Hero run. Don't quote me on that year, but I'm pretty sure it was 2011 when he did his last Hero run. Dan's reputation when I started on the RPF was because of the Hero. If you wanted the most accurate Hero, you went with an Anakin Starkiller Hero. Back in 2011, so much new evidence has come forward, he's slowly upgraded his designs and now has released this. The nipple down there is exposed so you can have some shine through, I guess. I'm not an FX expert, I'm learning right now. believe the NeoPixel you could still have shine through. So now I know the pommel unscrews and the emitter unscrews too. Yep. Wow, okay. I think I'm just gonna go set up the workbench. Let's see if you can see the ring grooves there, solo. Wow. I'm gonna go set up the workbench over there and we can start disassembling this thing and checking out the craftsmanship. This thing is really, really smooth. Wow. Okay, so let's go set that up. Alright, so I'm trying some new lighting out to see if this will work. You can definitely see the way the ring cuts are. So, you definitely see how the ring plunges are when they cut the ring section. And as you can see, there's like no machining marks anywhere. Everything is so smooth. Super light. So, oh, this unspins too. Okay. So let's start trying to disassemble this thing. So we know the emitter unscrews. Actually, before we go any further, I'm going to stop this and check the footage to make sure it's bright enough. Alright guys, I'm going to roll with this lighting. So, the emitter unscrews. Unscrew the ring section from the booster section. Quite a lot of thread. Keep going, there we go. Let's see in there. We know there's a crystal chassis already in the works. Oh. Beautiful machining. Super smooth. Super smooth. Leave that out. The booster. Oh, it's heavy. It's nice. Super light. The pommel cubes. Starkiller is known for his obsession with pommel cubes. Oh, he did it too. He actually did it too. So there's a little groove that he had incorporated into this. Let's see if I can get this. I'll use the black in the background. I just want to show you guys the groove. If I can only get it to focus, how can I get this stinker? There's a little groove right here where this flat spot meets the cube. You can see it there. Right there. You know, some of us are like, well, that's the big deal. To many of us, it's like, oh my god, he actually had that little crevice. Sorry for the lighting. My lighting still sucks. Wicked. Wicked. Wow. Okay, so that's primarily the pieces. I love this setup. I love this. I love the logo too. I want a t-shirt with that logo. So I'm going to throw it together in FX mode. The thread is beautiful. very, very, very light. Once you fill this with batteries, electronics. So I imagine the set screws go inside there, and they're going to be blade retention, which is completely hidden with this emitter plate, sorry. Because now you can stick the blade in there. So now you can stick the blade inside, tighten it down with the set screws, then slide the emitter plate over the blade, and it's completely not visible. Another thing too I want to mention is when you tighten the plate down, you can't tell that it comes apart. When I unboxed it over there, I said to myself, wait a minute, did I miss something? I thought the emitter unscrewed, and then when I moved it, I was like, wow, it looks to my eye, still right now, looks to the eye that it's one solid piece, but it's not. Same thing with the pommel. There's like no visual that it's unscrews. That's really, really, really nice, boy. Okay, so I'm gonna open up the bag of goodies and check that out. Put this down here and crack open the bag of goodies. There's a lot of stuff in here, and there's a lot of little pieces. I'm gonna go get my magnet tray. First, we got the 3D printed Hero control box. Very cool. It's gonna be the Yuma lever. We got some brass angle iron for the Hero. This is going to be a control box of some kind. This is the Hero control box. Oh wow, okay, I want to show something else now. Again, I'm no expert, but you see how this side is much more aggressive than this side? That's how it is on the real prop today too. So Dan incorporated that too. So if you guys open this up and say, oh, mine's wrong, one side's got more material missing than the other. No, it's not. That's how it is on the real one. Again, this is super smooth. Super smooth. I can only imagine what they use to drill and tap that. That's gotta be that's smaller than what is it, 248, 252 or something like that screws. It's gotta be smaller than that, I bet. This is gonna fit in there like this, I imagine. Might need a little sanding, I bet. Yeah, before I break it. Oh no, but it's so tight, I bet you if I get it in there to take it out, I'll break it, so I gotta sand that. I don't feel comfortable putting that in there until I give it a little sanding. What is this? Oh, this is gotta be the arrow plates. Yep. There we go. This can only go on one way. Put it on the other way, put it on backwards. You don't have screw holes, so don't panic. They're also countersunk on one side, so that should tell you which way everything goes. What we got in here? Oh, the Yuma box. I'm a huge Yuma fan. I say Yuma. Wow. Okay, so he's got it staggered too. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Again, the box is one side's more material than the other. Oh my god. Yes. This is perfect. So he just let me know. I hope I got that in frame. I was so excited. I don't even know if I got that in frame. He just let me know that there's another part that needs to be 3D printed. He's going to put it on a Shapeways. If you have your own 3D printer, he's going to supply you the file to print it yourself. So I got to get my printer back up and running to print that out. That's freaking wicked. Oh my god. I've wanted a Yuma for so long. I call it the poor man Yuma. I got one over on the wall there. It's not accurate at all. Alright, so this looks like one of the black buttons. Yep. Tri-ring. Real beefy tri-ring. So we got the two black buttons here, which I don't think are Delron. I think Dan said something else. They're a hard plastic, machined hard plastic. It might be Delron, I don't know. A Delrin. I'm a greenhorn, I'm allowed to mispronounce the names. There's a lot of pieces in this. I can already see the small arrows. So we got the micro switches, which mount inside here. We got some LEDs, which will backlight the acrylic triangles. And I imagine the triangles only fit one way. The way it looks like they've been cut, laser cut, they only fit one way. Don't hold me to that, but don't sand anything until we have 100% confirmed it. What is this? Now I saw this in the bag, and I can't figure out. It's a knurled ring. Some hex head screws. Oh, don't lose them. We have the Yuma box screws. One big set screw, which I don't think is for the blade retention. Oh, that goes in the nipple, I bet. Yeah, that probably goes in the nipple. The two screws for the arrow plate. Those are tiny. They're just staying on the magnet tray. The Yuma lever. Wowzer. Crazy. So it needs a little bit of sanding to fit in here. Maybe it needs some cutting too. But I'm guessing it works like a switch. Okay, so I guess this acts like a switch. I gotta check the form, see if Dan updated it yet. Not only have I wanted a Starkiller hero for a long time, but a Yuma. Oh. Dang. Freaking wicked. The tri-ring's beefy. It's gotta be cut. Fit in there. Dang. Alright, so let me organize this mess and get back to the hero. So that pretty much goes through the whole kit. One thing you are going to need is a clamp card. So Sloth at slothfurnace.com, he came through with, right now, his blue version. It's like the most accurate blue, he calls it, or something like that on his site. I'll link in the description below on where to grab them. But they're really inexpensive, and it's what you're going to need to complete this hero is the Sloth Furnace clamp card. And it's made to work in the slide. So using someone else's, it might need some custom work to get it to fit in the slide, but sloths will. So I suggest go grabbing one before he's out. I know Dan did a pretty big run of these, so I don't know how many sloth has on hand, but he ships them very, very fast. Like I said, I'll be doing 2 videos very, very soon, possibly this weekend, starting on the hero. We're going to do the hero assembly first, and that includes the painting and everything, the assembly of the control box, and then I'm going to strip this whole saber and then do a Yuma tribute. And I can't get too descriptive on where I go next, but you have to take my word for it that the tutorial for the Yuma will be the most accurate tutorial to date, and you're gonna have to trust me on that. I can't go into detail on how to prove it, but trust me when I say I know a guy who has some proof. So just stick with me, follow my steps for the Yuma, and I promise you it'll be the most accurate Yuma you'll have to date. So those are in the works. That pretty much sums it all up. Anakin Starkiller has delivered us another beautiful hilt. The machining is flawless. The kit is massive with all this extra stuff. No problems, no worries. Fast shipping like always. Gotta thank him for producing this for us, and thank everybody else that was involved that contributed, and thank you to Sloth for coming up with the card for us. And I seriously cannot wait to get going on this. Hopefully the cold weather doesn't screw up the painting. There's not much painting to do, but hopefully it doesn't screw it up. So, Dan, thanks again for a wicked kit. Really appreciate it. Can't wait to get cracking on this one. So, this is HalloX